up, you guys? It's your girl, Miss Kahuna, and today, ooh, don't keep the camera down. And today, I am going to be talking to you guys about how I became an esthetician and also things that I know now that I wish I would have known when I graduated school that will help, and I hope that What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Miss Kahuna, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I became an esthetician as well as things that I know now that I wish I would have known when I graduated. So I hope that some of these tips and things that I am going to talk about today will help you if you are somebody who's just recently graduating from esthetician school, or if you are somebody who is an aspiring esthetician. So let's get into the video. So I do have my notes here because I will ramble and I will forget looking aimlessly at this camera. So if you guys see me looking down, I have my notes. That just means that I'm prepared. Okay? Okay, first things first. I am the owner and creator of Miss Kahuna Beauty, which has now transformed so much over the past 2 years. So if you guys have seen my first video, then you guys know that it was my esthetician room tour. So I just gave you guys a tour of my studio, but that is pretty much the only video on my channel. So I wanted to just introduce myself just a little bit. To kind of give you guys a background on how I even got here in the first place, and excuse me, how I got from beginning to where I am now, or from beginning to the video that I posted, to kind of just clear up some of that gray area. Okay, so I actually started Miss Kahuna Beauty back in 2019, so it's been 2 full years now. Literally, I started my Instagram in January of 2019. So when I first started Miss Kahuna Beauty, I started doing makeup first. That was all that I was doing, and I was not a licensed makeup artist or a certified makeup artist. I took no classes at all. I was completely self-taught. And how that actually began was I was just doing my makeup, my friends' makeup. I would do my cousin's makeup, auntie's makeup. So and it was just something that was fun for me, and I was pretty good at it over the years. I practiced on myself pretty much all through high school, through college, and once I got to my young adult age, it was just something that kind of came naturally to me. One day I ended up doing my friend's makeup, and she was going to a wedding or something happened, but either way, anyways, I did a friend's makeup, and not only did she get compliments on the makeup, but she got so many compliments on her makeup that people were like, oh my gosh, like, your friend did your makeup, like she should really like charge people to do makeup. And I was just kind of like, what you mean, like charge people to do makeup? People kept saying, like, you know, you should charge people to do their makeup, and I just didn't understand that, because at the time I felt like in order for me to pay someone to do a service, I would want them to have gotten some type of certification or licensing, or I don't know if I didn't think I wasn't good enough. I just didn't feel like it was something that people would pay for. And so I kind of was like a little bit leery about it. I didn't really want to do it, but eventually I did decide to just say, you know what, I'm going to take that leap of faith. I'm going to just start a business, and I'm going to do makeup, and I'm going to charge people. And so that's what I did. I started charging people makeup at $50 per service, and I didn't have like a whole lot of clients or anything like that, but it did start something. It was the beginning of something, something even more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. So that's how Miss Kahuna Beauty started. So I started doing makeup. I will upload, if I can, some little inserts of like my very first post and makeup looks and things that I was uploading at that time. From there, I started to learn more about wholesale, like drop shipping, all that kind of stuff, and I was getting into selling lashes. So I would buy lashes wholesale, and then I would resell them on my website. And that was something that I was doing in conjunction with the makeup. So I just was like, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. So me just doing somebody's makeup wasn't enough. I really wanted to have a product to sell. And so lashes was like the first thing that could come to my mind, because at the time lashes were, well, lashes are still in, let's just be honest, but at the time lashes were really getting big. Girls were starting to make their own lash companies and like sell lashes, and I was like, I'm doing makeup, I should sell lashes. Like, people need to get their makeup done, they're gonna need lashes for their service, or just lashes in general. So I went from makeup to makeup and selling lashes. And then a few months later, I would say maybe around February or March of 2019, I started to get a really bad breakout all along my jawline. So it was a hormonal breakout. At the time, I did not know this. Oh, excuse me. I'm like so... burping a lot. But, where was I? Makeup, lashes and makeup. Oh, I got this really bad breakout all on my jawline, and it was just like kind of big nodule, almost like bumps on my face, and it would be here on my chin, and they were leaving big gross dark spots on my face. I absolutely hated it. As soon as one would go away, another one would come. All the products that I was using seemed to only make my skin worse. It didn't seem to be helping, even though the products claimed to be organic and all natural. I'm not going to say the company, but it just wasn't giving what it was supposed to give at all. It wasn't helping my skin at all. And I got frustrated, and then that kind of led me to wonder, well, what does the skin actually need to be healthy? What do I need for my skin to clear up, basically? But I dug a little bit deeper and was really just wondering, what does the skin need to be healthy? What does the skin need to look healthy and radiant and clear? Like, I wanted my face to be clear, and I just didn't understand what products, what ingredients, what was going to make this go away for me. So I kind of went down a rabbit hole of just like YouTube and looking up on Google, what does the skin need, what kind of vitamins and minerals does the skin need to be healthy, what does the skin already create itself. And then I started making my own face masks, and that led me to finding out that you can create your own facial cleanser. And I was like, you can make your own facial cleanser? Like, that didn't even, I don't know why, but that didn't even like resonate with me. Like, I can make my own soap at home. Like, say what now? So that's exactly what I did. I found, I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. I followed a lot of girls, subscribed to their channel, and they were making their own, what is it called? African, blank. I just drew a whole blank. The African bar soap. African black soap. That's what I was trying. You go. You're a champion. That's what I was looking for. The African black soap. They were using African black soap, but not in the form of just like the bar. They were actually melting it down into a liquid form so that you can make your own liquid facial cleanser, and you could put it in a little foam container and make a foam cleanser and those types of things. So I curated my own skincare line, and I did that with just three products. Just three products. I used an African black soap facial cleanser. I made a tea tree. Oh, I'm sorry, let's back up. I did an apple cider vinegar diluted with water as a toner. And then I did a tea tree and jojoba oil moisturizer, which at the time, all of those ingredients, even though looking back at it, and knowing what I know now, I probably would have done things a little bit differently, which is why I have not started making products yet, because when I put out a product line, I really want it to be right. But the products were good and they worked, and I used them for 30 days and they did clear my skin. They did help my dark spots fade away faster. Definitely was speeding up that cell turnover rate, and I also started selling the products, and other people liked my products as well, which made me and validated the products, and it really made me feel good. So from there, when I was selling the products, I got people who knew me saying, hey, you would be a really good esthetician. And I was like, what is that? What is an esthetician? I had no idea what an esthetician was. I never heard the word before ever in my life. I was like, what is that? And they told me, you know, the people who do facials and stuff. And I said, oh, they have a name. They have like a title. That's what's up. Like, I didn't know that. I had no clue. But it really intrigued me. And from there, I think somebody said that to me, let's just say on a Sunday, and baby, like 2 weeks later, I was enrolled in esthetician school. I went online, I did the research. What can estheticians like do under their licensing? Like, what services can they perform? And that's when they told me facials. I'm saying they, but I'm talking about Google. That's when they told me facials, waxing, makeup, and lash extensions. And I was like, perfect. I'm already doing the makeup thing a little bit. I just got into the skincare, and I was really down to learn waxing and definitely wanted to learn eyelash extensions. So I was geeked. Like, I was really excited to go to school, and I was just hoping that it would work out for me because I didn't have a whole lot of money at the time to put down on any tuition or anything like that. So from there, I enrolled into esthetician school 2 weeks later. Literally 2 weeks later, I enrolled, and then maybe like 2 months later is when I started. I started in July of 2019. So you guys see, this was like a 6-month span from me starting Miss Kahuna Beauty to literally enrolling into esthetician school. So it happened very quickly, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I had an amazing time at school. I learned so much. But now that we are on that topic, I do want to talk about a few things that I wish I would have known, that I know now that I wish I would have known once I graduated school. School does teach you a lot. You're going to learn a lot, and depending on what, if you're full-time or part-time, that will change, you know, how fast your process is going to go as far as completing the program. Full-time is going to be what I did, which is like 4.5, maybe 5 months, depending on your school, and then part-time can take anywhere from like 9 to 10 months. So it all depends on you. I will do a full video of how to enroll in esthetician school, all the things that you need to know before you enroll into esthetician school. If you guys want me to do a video on that, leave a comment below so that I know. But I want to stick with the tips in this video. So one of the first things that I wish I would have known after finishing school that I know now is you're not going to know everything once you graduate. Okay? You're not going to know everything. It's too much for you to learn in such a short period of time. So I really want to encourage you, if you are somebody who just finished school and you're a little bit nervous about you know, going out into the field and doing your thing, I really want to encourage you to just go. Learn as you go. You're not going to know everything. I know it's frustrating getting out of school and graduating and being so excited, and you're like, yes, I finished. I'm ready to touch some faces. I'm ready to get in here, get a job, you know, pass my state board. But everybody has to start somewhere. And I'm trying to tell you, even the estheticians that you're looking up to, that you're seeing on Instagram, that are booked and busy and that making all this money, they were in your position one day, and at some point they didn't know anything either. And I'm not saying anything, because like I said, you do learn a lot in school. However, most of what comes from this job, the skills and the, you know, experience, is gonna just come with time. You know, it's gonna come with you actually working on clients, making mistakes, and learning from those mistakes. And it's gonna happen with time. You cannot rush the process, okay? So just take your time. Continue to learn on your own. Continuing your education is important. And I would highly recommend that you figure out your niche. And that's going to bring us to number 2. Find a niche. Okay? And I don't know the exact definition. What is happening today? What's happening? We're going to rewind it. Find your niche. I will put the definition of niche here for you because I do not know it by heart. But if you know what this means, then just roll with me here, okay? Find your niche, okay? And your niche is basically going to be what you do. You're going to need to find something that you do really well. Okay, and that's what people are going to know you for, and they're going to come to you for. And that's not to say that you can't do waxing and facials and lashes and that you can't do all of those services, but do not start and overwhelm yourself. One, because if you have waxing and facials and lashes and all of that on your service, when you first start, that's a whole lot of inventory that you have to keep up with. I'm trying to tell you. And it's expensive. It's a whole lot of inventory that you're going to have to buy and keep up with. And then like going in sections just kind of helps you get the hang of one thing. And then it's like, okay, I'm getting the hang of my facial services and like how I want to run my facials. Now I can move on to waxing. Go take another wax course. Yes, you did go over waxing in school, but go and take another wax course. You're going to need to take another wax course, okay? Go pay for another wax course. Get really good at that. Start practicing on family and friends. Start practicing on yourself. And then add waxing to your services as well. You get what I'm saying? So you kind of need to break it up. Don't overwhelm yourself and try and do everything at once. Because that's something that I was trying to do at first and it was too much. I just started with facials. When I first opened up, people were like, what do you do? Facials. You don't do waxing and stuff? Not yet. I don't have time and space and room for all of the inventory. And like I said, just wanting to really practice and not overwhelm myself and really stick to one thing at a time. So that's my next piece of advice is try and stick to one thing at a time until you get the hang of it, and then you can add some more services to your menu. Number 3, study. Okay, if you just graduated from school and you are going to take your state board soon, or maybe if you already took it and you did not pass, study. And I'm talking about study everything. You need to study everything that you possibly can because you don't know what's going to be on this test. I believe they do change up the test every so often, obviously, so people can't cheat and do things like that. But everything is going to be on the test. It's a wide variety of different questions and different subjects within the spectrum of what you learned in school. And that was something that I was not prepared for, okay? I started studying and focusing on certain things and the things that I saw online and the things that I felt like my teachers told me back in school that I needed to remember and this and that. And I started focusing on certain subjects in the text, but I wasn't studying everything. And for me, I did end up passing my first time. Thank you, Jesus. But at the same time, I was very, very nervous. I did well on my practical part, on the practical part of the exam, but on the actual like test part, it was 50-50, baby. Like I was shaking in my boots. I was praying to Jesus, like, and it was really stressful. So I really recommend that you study. Take it seriously. Study every day. And I'm talking about like cram like you was cramming for them SATs, cram like you was cramming for them finals in high school before you went to college. Cram like that. Okay? Number 4. Get a mentor, you guys. Get a mentor, okay? Getting a mentor is going to be very important as you are navigating through being, whether you want to be a solo esthetician, whether you want to work for a spa or somebody else. Get a mentor. Have a mentor. And it's even better if you can actually work one-on-one with your mentor or even work under your mentor. That is fantastic. Like I said, when you graduate, you don't know everything, and it can be kind of scary. It can be overwhelming because you are ready to go and maybe you did pass your test and you're like, I have my license, but I still just don't know. There's a lot that you just don't know, and the only way that you're going to learn is by gaining that experience and really getting out there and having somebody who is experienced and has already been through those things, who you have access to actually speak one-on-one with, is really a blessing when it comes to this business, because you need to have people who have been there before so that they can help guide you, so that you can ask those questions, so that they can tell you things like this. The things that I'm telling you. Having a mentor is just going to be important. It was very, very important for me to find a mentor, and I found mentors in various ways. Like I have people, like if I had a question right now, I can go and I can pick up my phone and I can text them and say, hey girl, I have a question about this, or how did you do this? And I have a couple of those. So get a mentor. It's going to be important. Number 5. Number 5. I think this is number 5. So let's just say number 5. And if it ain't, it's number 6. The last tip I have for you guys is something that I kind of already reiterated in my other tips, but most of what you're going to learn in this field is going to happen outside of school, okay? It's going to happen outside of being in class. It's going to happen outside of being in having your labs. It's going to happen in the field, okay? So if you feel nervous, I just recommend practice on as many family and friends as you can. Call them up, text them, send out memos. Hey, I'm giving free services. If you don't want to give free services, you can give discounted services if you still want to make a little money on the side. I was actually doing house calls while I was in school. So while they were teaching us this stuff in school, I'm going home and I'm practicing on my boyfriend, my mom, my friends. I would have other people, like couples, they want us to do couple facials, and I'm just like, hey, you know, and let them know I'm in school. If you want to have people sign a little agreement so that, you know, if anything happens, they can say, hey, I told you that I was in school and that I'm not licensed yet. Don't go practicing any crazy like exfoliants or like acid peels or anything on people. Progress into that, but definitely use the people around you as practice before you start taking clientele. 1, that's going to help you gain experience. 2, that's going to help you actually learn how you want to do your facials and how you want to set up your services when you start to give them to people. And I had a number 3, but honestly, y'all, I can't even remember number 3, and it was really good, and I'm mad that I forgot. I'm really mad that I forgot. I'm not sure what it was, but definitely is going to help you gain that experience. If you end up messing up, then you mess up on your friend or your mom or your boyfriend and not your client. You know what I'm saying? So that is actually all that I have for you guys today. I hope that some of the tips that I gave you guys are some that you can take and that they were useful and that it made you feel a little bit more calm and just a little bit better about your situation. We all have been there, so coming out of esthetician school can be challenging because it's like you know more than the average person, but you still don't know everything that you want to know. It's all about progress, you guys. It's not about perfection. Don't feel like you have to have all these clients and be booked and busy as soon as you open up. It's not about that, but it's about you learning. It's about you actually trying, and it's about not giving up. And so I hope that this helped you guys out. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. I will be putting out more videos like this. If you guys want to hear anything specific, let me know down in the comments below. And I'm also going to leave some information for you guys in the description too, so click on those links. And until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace. And remember, if nobody told you they love you today, baby girl, Jesus loves you, and so do I. Peace.